someone decides that they want to own rentals, they want to start investing, they want to hire a property manager, they're going to go interview some. What questions should they ask? What should they look for in that manager?
Absolutely. So I think it's really important to first find out if the property manager is licensed. Because if you're operating on behalf of someone else and you don't personally own the property, you are required to be licensed in Washington
Just
State.
like a realtor, right? It's
Yes,
the same
yes.
license.
And people don't realize that. So that's really important. The other thing is to ask, like, what's your philosophy? Like, everyone has a different idea as far as what that investment is going to do for them. So if you have an investment that's a long-term rental, how you operate that and the decisions you make every day are going to be different than if this is a quick flip. I'm going to have it for 1 year and things are changing. So making sure that like a property manager recognizes and asks you good questions about what you're looking for with your investment property. Property managers also can have kind of a bad reputation because it feels like, what the heck are they doing? And so I know for us, as our personal portfolio grew, we decided we wanted to have a property manager assist us. And through that process, we hired 3 property management companies and we fired 3 property management companies. And we decided we hate property managers and we don't want to work with them. So what happens with a lot of property managers is that it is such a thankless job and it is a 24/7 job. And so they end up getting so overwhelmed and so ran down because they're just going all the time. And because all their work isn't necessarily seen by both the property owner or the tenant or the vendors, whoever they're working with, they just get exhausted. And then they end up not doing the best work. So I think asking, how is that management company structured? Because for me personally, I think if you are working with a team, it creates a much more healthy environment for that team to be able to keep going versus just getting completely run down.
Oh, because they don't just call you for everything.
They don't just call one person. They have like a team,
Okay. Yeah. What else do they need to look for?
The other thing I would definitely ask is, like, are they aware of the local laws that are happening? Are they staying up with legislation? Are they involved in any local associations? Because you want to make sure that they're a leader in the industry. You don't want someone who just kind of does this on the side or thinks this might be a fun way to make extra money. I don't know who would think this is a fun way to make extra money.
It is a horrible job. I'm not jealous of property managers. Okay. And then when it comes to property managers, do some specialize then? Is there a specialty aspect of that that some should?
Absolutely. So there's lots of different types of property management. So you've got single-family property management, you've got multifamily property management, and those are actually ran quite differently. So single-family owners typically have 1 or 2 properties, and so what they're looking for in a property manager is different than like a multifamily investor who is all about the numbers. So making sure that someone can report to you the information that you need. Single-family, you might want someone who's a little bit more hands-on, touchy, lovey-feely. They can talk to all the different individual owners and they understand the emotional attachments to the home and some of those things. Where property managers who are working on behalf of multifamily investors, they better understand cap rates, they better understand how the income is affecting the value of the property for that type of thing. There's also commercial property managers and homeowner associations. Okay,
so there's a lot of, there really is, it's really a broad field. So
it's a broad field.
Make sure they manage the right type of properties, see what their structure is and whether they're team oriented, and then make sure they're asking what your goals are, not just collecting their percentage and then moving on with the day.
Absolutely.
So, okay, well thank you.
Thank you.